So now we have our own homegrown welcome, Brittany Renaud. Brittany. And here we have Stan Burfield pretending he's Brittany. Okay, go ahead.
Well, that would be hard to do. I just want to say that anybody who's checked, anybody who's reading, and they said yes to videography, just keep in mind, and you can change it if you want, keep in mind that journals don't necessarily consider, some of them consider videotaped poems to be published, and they won't accept them. So just think about that. So if you've been videotaped or you're going to be, and you're worried about that, well, we can subtract it from the set.
As Stan mentioned earlier, I'm running a children's workshop out of the London's Children's Museum on the 15th from 11 to 2. So if you have any little friends who might want to come visit and get active while still experiencing poetry, it will be there. And also, like Stan with his 3 students, I have 3 of my own university students, and they have just put up a website to help promote poetry in youth called londonopenmicyouth.weebly.com if anyone's interested in looking. So at the first launch, I performed one of my Another London poems. So now I will share with you my other 2, as well as one I performed at the couplets I was involved in last night. I remember in the opening of Another London, there's an introduction talking about the love-hate relationship many have with London, but I've only lived in London 5 years. So for me, having come from Chatham, this is the big city for me. So something like the Western Fair, which might be old hat to a lot of you, is, oh, it's so big, look at all the rides, there's so much excitement there. They have nothing like that in Chatham. Everything is closed by 8 on a Friday. So this poem is basically about my experience with the Western Fair. And I remember I read this at another event, and someone said that this poem made them never want to go to the Western Fair. But I find there's a beauty in the macabre, so that could be why. Western Fair moments. The smell of fresh bread baked under heat lamps carries a hint of salt, recalling to me childhood beachside adventures, except I bite in and it's cold. 3 deep-fried red velvet Oreos and a burger wrapped in bacon make my supper. My friend hands me a large chunk of her cotton candy nonchalantly. It melts in my mouth and then everything becomes sticky. I receive a small orange-red monkey with lopsided eyes, one in a calculated water gun battle, accompanied by a soft blue star. The monkey is named Mikey, after the victor. Dolls' faces cut away from their bodies merge to create a hat, covered in eyes that follow this gelatinous blob at an art exhibition. No ribbon. I'm on a ski lift-like ride with my boyfriend. We were told beforehand that cell phones are forbidden because last year someone dropped one on the head of a 4-year-old girl. Riding extreme at a speed that causes the world to be snapshots, loose under restraints falling up as the pendulum swings down. I'm sitting on a ride. A young girl I don't know faces me while the ride swings up and down, until it's upside down. I feel something wet fall on me. I see the young girl has been crying and hope only tears landed on me. I wait with 2 friends for Mach 3. We are aged and jaded in our 20s and 30s. In front of us, we see teenagers constantly hopping the barrier and line jumping, while one boy calls another a pussy because he's afraid to ride. I look around and see prepubescent faces surrounding me. Am I too old to be here as I hear Alyssa Reed or a youth talent search in my ear? No. I hear that a log flume will be coming next year. This one's called London Places, London Moments. A singular, crumpled brown leaf runs along the concrete sidewalk of the Platts Lane apartment complex, sounding like approaching footsteps. In an alley bringing King and York together, scrawls, tags, and a full-on mural of a carnival are the backgrounds to piss and syringes, the ground more water-filled potholes than road. Sometimes these are completely hidden by snow. A city bus, bedecked and festooned with Christmas lights accompanied by Old Tannenbaum, slowly drives down Dundas. Looking up through a wrought iron Victoria Park, I see purple clouds, navy blue skies, and a single star. A street performer plays Hallelujah at Wellington and Dundas, and the Canadian Medical Hall of Fame illuminates itself in rainbow colors. There is a section in Mount Pleasant, not noticeable to people not looking, where stuffed animals are laid instead of flowers, and life is more often measured in days or weeks than years. Trees keep out the hot air. It is restful here. This last poem I submitted to ARC Poetry for a theme called Art in the End Times. It ended up getting rejected, but in my opinion, the more rejections you get, they're that much closer to getting accepted. So, this one is called Sleep Deprived, which I'm sure a lot of artists and students here have experienced. And it also, I think, fits this spooky month, so. Stand in the doorway. The only light left, candlelight. There's a knocking, a banging below. What can you grab? Can you run? No. Shadows cycle the doorway, except the ones lengthening under your eyes. The knocking, the banging. Is that movement in the corner of your eye? Steam? Smoke? An arm with purple broken fingernails? Is it actually there? Hearts palpitating, yes. Eyes fluttering near shut. No. The tile floor feels so comfortable. The knocking, the banging, steam, smoke, an arm with purple broken fingernails? No. Yes. No. The wax will fail one day. Those eyes will stop fluttering. The knocking, the banging you'll grab anything to use, to lean against. No, yes, no, yes.
Wow.
Thank you, Brittany, for keeping it like so real and not mentioning vagina. Right, because usually she does, okay? But thank you. And also because, listen, this is like so crazy, like J.K. Rowling, 8 times before Harry Potter got accepted? Lucy Maud Montgomery, how many times before Anna Green Gables? And I was just listening on CBC to the person who just won the Pulitzer, who 10 publishing companies refused him. So keep writing, keep reading, and keep publishing. It's incredible how many things get rejected and then wow, okay. Brittany, thank you. You always keep us right here, and I will never go to Western Fair and take a chance of somebody, dripping on me. Thank you.